Previously on Hell Nah to Easter. Gerald and I were this close to having a romantic moment, maybe even multiple romantic moments, when François showed up at my door wearing a beret like he's auditioning for a mime troupe, announcing to everyone in a 5-mile radius that he's my boyfriend. Spoiler alert, he is not. Well, technically he was. Kind of. It's complicated. Let me explain. And I cannot stress this enough. Do not judge me. Who is Francois? And why is he suddenly declaring himself my boyfriend like he's staking a claim on a piece of land? Well, buckle up because this story involves heartbreak, bad decisions, and a lot of Catholic guilt. A few months after Gerald ghosted me and moved to the north of Ireland, or Cork, or Narnia, or wherever the hell he actually went, I was obviously heartbroken. I was listening to Adele on repeat, eating my weight in Cadbury chocolate, and seriously considering joining a convent just to spite men in general. And then I met Francois. Francois was... Look, he was hot. Like, I should not be allowed near this man unsupervised levels of hot. French accent, perfectly tousled hair, the kind of bone structure that makes you believe in a higher power. We had a brief but intense thing. And by thing, I mean hot, nasty, sweaty sex on his parents' kitchen table on a random Tuesday afternoon where we thought the house was empty. Plot twist, it wasn't. His 17-year-old sister, Amelie, walked in mid-act. I will never forget the look of absolute horror on her face. It haunts me to this day. We had to pay her off with a brand new car so she wouldn't tell Francois's parents. A car for a teenager. Because she caught us desecrating the place where they eat breakfast. Worth it? Debatable. The Catholic nightmare begins. Now, here's where things get spicy. Francois's family is deeply religious. We're talking Mass twice a week, church every Sunday, and evening prayers, the whole 9 yards. His mother has a framed photo of the Pope in every room, including the bathroom. It's intense. After the kitchen table incident and the resulting hush money vehicle purchase, his parents somehow found out we'd been, romantically involved. I don't know how. Maybe Amelie cracked under the pressure. Maybe they found evidence. Maybe the kitchen table started speaking in tongues. Who knows? Either way, I was summoned to dinner. And not just any dinner. A formal, meet the parents and explain your intentions dinner, where I was expected to sit across from Francois's mother and father and pretend I wasn't the harlot who had defiled their IKEA furniture. Francois begged me to go along with it. He said if I didn't, his parents would disown him, cut him off financially, and possibly perform an exorcism. So I went, and I told them I was his fiancée. Yes, fiancée, as in future wife, as in we're planning a spring wedding and I'd love your blessing. I don't know what came over me. Panic, stupidity, the 3 glasses of wine I chugged in the car, but I said it. And they believed me. His mother, Marguerite, cried tears of joy. His father, Philippe, shook my hand so vigorously I thought my arm might fall off. They showed me the family photo albums. They talked about grandchildren. It was horrifying. The Facebook incident, aka the beginning of the end. For a while it was fine. Francois and I kept up the charade. We'd go to family dinners, hold hands at Mass, pretend we were madly in love. And then, 10 days before I last saw him, Francois posted on Facebook that he was engaged to be married, with a photo of us at a church with his mother crying tears of joy in the background. I lost my mind. I can't keep faking this, I told him over the phone, pacing around my room like a caged animal. You need to tell your parents the truth. But they'll be devastated, he protested. Francois, I am not marrying you to avoid disappointing your mother. Just a few more months. No, I'm done. I left him a note, literally a handwritten note like we were in a Jane Austen novel, that said, "It's over. Tell your parents. I'm sorry." And that was that. Or so I thought. The stare down of the century. Back to the present. Francois and Gerald are now standing in my living room, glaring at each other like two wolves sizing each other up before a fight. He's not my boyfriend, I say quickly, stepping between them. We had a brief thing. It's over. Francois clutches his chest dramatically. Mon cher, you wound me. Then he winks. Gerald looks uneasy. I should probably go. I just remembered I have something somewhere. No! I grab his arm, and wow. This man has guns, like actual biceps. I'm talking muscle definition that could be used in an anatomy textbook. Hubba. Focus. Gerald gently pulls his arm away. Look, I don't want to get in the middle of whatever this is. But if you want to talk, if you're still interested, I'll be at McCarthy's coffee shop at 7. I'll wait for you there. And with that, he leaves. Just walks out. Like a man in a romantic drama who knows his exit will haunt me for the next 2 hours. Damn him! Francois's master plan, aka why I'm about to become a terrible person. It's just me and Francois now. He leans in to kiss me on the cheek, but I swerve it like I'm dodging a freight train. Hell to the nah, I mutter. He sighs. I'm not here to win you back. Then why are you here? He runs a hand through his perfectly coiffed hair. My parents are trying to get me back together with my ex-girlfriend Celeste. She's the priest's daughter. I can't stand her. She collects porcelain dolls and talks to them like they're real people. Okay, terrifying, but what does that have to do with me? I told them we're still together, he admits, that you moved back to Ireland and we're doing long distance. But they want proof. They want video calls. They want me to fly you to France for Christmas. They want... Stop. I hold up a hand. Francois, your parents have met me multiple times. They've seen my face. They know what I look like. I can't exactly pretend to be someone else. I know. He looks genuinely distressed. That's why I came here. I need you to tell them it's over. For real this time. Face to face. Or at least via video call. I stare at him. You flew all the way to Ireland to ask me to break up with you to your parents. Yes. That's insane. I know. I think about it for exactly 3 minutes. And then I have an idea. A terrible idea. But an idea nonetheless. Enter Marny McFly, struggling actress and reluctant homewrecker. François, I say slowly, what if you didn't break up with me? He blinks. What? What if you met someone else here in Ireland? What if you fell in love with someone new and you had to tell your parents you're leaving me for her? He looks skeptical. You want me to cheat on you? Fake cheat on fake you? Exactly. It takes the heat off of both of us. Your parents can be mad at you for finding true love. They'll blame me for not being enough, and honestly, I can live with that if that means I never have to video call your mother again. But where would I find someone willing to... Marny McFly. His eyes widen. Who? 20 minutes later. We're in my car, speeding towards Marny McFly's farm. Marny is a friend from school. She's a struggling actress, devastatingly beautiful, and could seduce a stone if she put her mind to it. Her family's farm flooded a few weeks ago, and she's been desperately looking for ways to make money. I picture the plan. Pretend to fall in love with François, meet his parents via video call, convince them you're the one, get paid handsomely, save your farm. Marny raises an eyebrow. How much are we talking? François pulls out his phone, checks his bank account, and names a figure that makes Marny's jaw drop. And all I have to do is act smitten on a few video calls? And maybe fly to France for Christmas? François adds sheepishly. All expenses paid? Well, of course. Marny grins. Deal? When do we start? Parental negotiations, aka the hardest part. The hard part is convincing Marny's parents to go along with the plan. Her father, a gruff man named Liam, is deeply skeptical. You want my daughter to fly to France and pretend to be in love with this Frenchman? He says, arms crossed. It's acting, da, Marny says, and I'll make enough money to fix the barn and buy new equipment. Her mother, Sinead, looks François up and down and goes, He's not going to try anything funny, is he? I'm gay, François blurts out. Everyone freezes. I'm sorry. What? I say. I'm gay, he repeats, looking sheepish. That's the real reason I can't be with Celeste, or you, or anyone my parents set me up with. Because I can't tell them they're... Well, you've met them. Oh. Oh. Suddenly, everything makes sense. François, I said gently, why didn't you just tell me? Because I was ashamed, he admits, and scared, and I thought if I kept pretending, maybe it would go away. There's a long silence. Then Liam clears his throat. Well, that changes things. Marny, you help this boy out. God knows he needs it. Marny hugs her father. Thanks, Da. 2 hours later. Marny and François are at the airport, about to board a flight to France. We'll do a few video calls first, François says, going over the plan one more time. Let my parents get to know you. Then, at Christmas, we'll tell them we're engaged. They'll be so thrilled they forget to ask me about, well, everything. And if they ask about me, I say, I'll tell them you broke up with me because you couldn't handle the long distance. They'll feel sorry for me, and you'll be off the hook. Perfect. Marny grins. This is going to be fun. And off they go. The coffee shop, aka the moment we've all been waiting for. I sit in my car, grinning like an idiot, knowing I'm finally free, until I look at the clock. 7:15 p.m. I'm late. I drive like a maniac to McCarthy's coffee shop, nearly taking out a mailbox and definitely running a red light. I burst through the doors, breathless and sweaty, and scan the room. There he is. Gerald, sitting by the window, reading a book, looking unfairly handsome in the soft evening light. I walk over. He looks up. And he smiles. A real, genuine, I've been waiting for you smile. Before I can say anything, he stands up, cups my face in his hands, and kisses me. And it's perfect. We kiss for what feels like forever, but is probably only 30 seconds because we're in public and people are definitely staring. When we finally pull apart, I'm grinning like an idiot. "What now?" I ask, breathless. He smiles back, his eyes crinkling at the corners. Now, we figure it out, together. And for the first time in a long time, I actually believe him. To be continued. Will Gerald and I finally get our happy ending? Will François and Marny pull off the greatest con in Catholic family history? Will Amelie ever forgive me for the kitchen table incident? Find out in episode 5 of Hell Nah to Easter. Stay tuned.